Okay, so who here is super excited to master the routine? Yes, like, are you guys ready to really being consistent with your routine? So I want you to share in the chat. I would love for you to share in the chat. What do you think that routine will do for you? You know, why are you here? What is the reason that you're here so that you master? By the way, if you can mute yourselves, that would be fantastic. So for those of you who if just coming on, just if you can mute the mic, that would be great, so that there's no back echo as we begin the workshop today. So why do you want to master the routine? I would love for you to share it in the chat. Please mute your mics. Thank you so much. Why would you love to master the routine? Mike says, hey, clarity and focus. Okay, Oscar says to be more consistent with my goal. Being consistent will help me from the constant stop and go. Yeah, right, Janice? Donna says, strengthen my routine so I'm less likely to
veer away from it.
Great. To be consistent. Okay, so what I want you to begin, as we begin the workshop, to think about what will this do for you, okay? Because here's the thing. If your mind doesn't think it's really important, then you're gonna go into this workshop and learn these tools, and you're not gonna apply it. It's another good thing that I learned from Mariko, and that sounds really cool, but I'm just going to keep on doing the same that I've been doing for past month, years, decades. Yes. And remember, when you don't do and change the way that you operate, then will the results change? Will you shift your results? Absolutely not, correct? So this is why you want to really begin to master your routine. Okay, beautiful. Just see here. All right. Welcome to Mastering Your Routine workshop. I'm so excited that you're here with me. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Mariko Fujimura, and I'm a mindset and manifestation coach. I'm a CEO of Kiseki Institute. I'm also the founder of Academy of Manifestation, where most of you are as a member. I taught and really helped hundreds of individuals go from where they are to where they never thought was possible in their business, in their life, in a very short period of time. And some of you are here with me. I have 3 beautiful children, an amazing spouse, a partner, and I reside in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So who is ready? Who is ready? If you are ready, I want you to put in the chat 1. Are you ready to skyrocket? Yes, and really finally conquer your consistency. Beautiful. 111, amazing. Okay, wonderful. So you want to begin to ask yourself, like, why do we need routine, right? So why do you want to begin to incorporate your routine in day-to-day? Well, routine, here's the thing, create better mental well-being. It creates better mental well-being. It creates also order and stability. Yes? Less stress. Who doesn't like to experience a little bit less stress than what you're experiencing right now? Anybody? Right? Life can be stressful. Okay? It doesn't have to be that way. All right? With routine. It creates more focused activity and consistency in vibration. So many of you came to my field, my world, because I'm a manifestation coach. and you want to manifest incredible things. And one of the things that I think that I want to really address here is that in order for you to become an incredible manifester, you got to be consistent in vibration that you're on. But most of you, where's my pen? It's like this. I don't know if you guys can relate. I'm just going to let everybody in here. Okay. Can you guys relate where your vibration is up and down? Okay. Like even throughout the day, think about today. Where was your vibration at? You know, maybe in the morning when you're doing morning ritual with me, it was super excited. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can conquer anything. You're feeling fantastic. But then day goes on. Okay. And something happens outside. Maybe you hear the news. I got a message from one of my clients, like, oh, heard on, you know, the deal didn't really exactly go the way that she wanted. All right. And when that happens, we react. And then when you react, you're toast. So what that means is your vibration goes down. Okay. Up and down, up and down. Here's the thing. You want to begin to create the routine in your day-to-day so that you stabilize vibration. Remember,
recording in progress. What the heck is?
You guys mute yourself, okay? When you come on, please mute yourselves. So when I was 7 years ago, and many of you know my story, most I ever earned was 30,000 as a pastry chef, and no more. Why is that? Right? Well, you might think, well, because you haven't really followed your passion yet, Mariko, and all these things. But I can guarantee you there's one thing that I had to really master to be where I am today. I had to master vibration. I had to become consistent, staying on the vibration of my C-type goal. Yes? So this is why routine is incredibly important. Can you guys see this? It's so important. In manifestation, it's so key. Think about it. If you are saying, hey, I'm going to be fit. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to be like, I'm going to get so like in a phenomenal physical shape. Yes. Will you go to the gym once a month? Will you exercise once a month? Like, what kind of routine, like, do you need to incorporate into your day-to-day? I want you to think about this, right? It's not something you do once a month. You got to do it consistently, make it your routine, and make it your habit. And when it becomes a habit, okay, when it becomes the part of your paradigm, and when it becomes automatic, then success becomes so much easier for you. Beautiful. If you can mute yourselves, that'll be fantastic, because I don't want to have background noise going. Mute yourself, that would be amazing. Beautiful. And if you have any comments, okay, I would love for you to put in the chat, and I will do my best to stay a little bit longer today. Maybe I can't stay, you know, for all the questions, but I'll make sure that I'll stay a little bit longer so to be able to answer your questions. Right. Beautiful. Okay. How many of you here drink coffee in the morning? Every single morning. Who here drinks coffee? Anybody? All right. Yeah. Maybe not coffee. Maybe you don't drink coffee. Maybe it's tea. Maybe if you're not a coffee addict like me, you know, think about like what you do in the morning. Like maybe you shower every morning. You brush your teeth. Yes. Maybe you meditate in the morning. Right? Now think about this. What happens when you miss that routine? For those of you who drink coffee every single morning and you don't have coffee, how do you feel when you miss it? Like, how does it really affect the rest of the day? Right? Is it because you're truly addicted to caffeine? Maybe, right? Partially, right? But, you know, can you also see that when there's an interruption in your day-to-day, it disturbs you, okay? Right? You feel off, your mindset goes off. Can you guys relate? Yeah, Carrie says you feel off, right? Yes, Donna says, yeah, there's something missing. Even though you feel like, as a person, you're free spirit. You feel that way, like, oh my gosh, Mariko, I'm a free spirit. I don't like structure. The truth is this, okay? Innate nature of who you are as a human being, we love order, okay? And when there is no predictability in your day-to-day, thought becomes so cloudy, you know? Okay? And the decision becomes hard to make. Can you guys relate? When you disrupt the routine, for those of you who meditate and visualize every day, you being into manifestation world for a while, and you don't meditate, you forget to visualize. You know, something happens in the morning and oh my gosh, I missed it. And then all of a sudden at the end of the day, wow, I actually, it didn't feel right. Okay. Because we thrive on routine. We must get this. You and I thrive on routine. Yes, Patricia says, I do better organize. You know, I never liked being organized. I never used to like order. I rebelled, you know, even as a little kid, because I was told like that I was a black sheep in the family. And I was constantly told, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's like this structure. And maybe I came from this really strict Asian family, right? I was like, forget the structure. I went the completely other way. But you see this, because I didn't really have the structure, no wonder I was where I was 7 years ago. And why am I saying all of this is because structure is so important. Routine is so important for you living an incredible life. Okay. Many of you have came to my workshops before, and we talk about manifesting wildest vision. Yes. Your wildest dream. You know, I often talk about like we have one shot at this in our lifetime, just as being me, as being you. And we came here to do extraordinary things. Yes. Well, it doesn't matter whether you used to rebel or you're rebelling like I used to. Okay. We got to bring structure. All right. For you to be able to experience phenomenal success. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions so far? I love this. Donna said, yes, ma'am. All right. So as I said, you know, I'm a mindset manifestation coach, and for every single time with my talks, we talk about what? What do we talk about? We talk about you manifesting your worthy goals. Yes. Okay. So that means you got to get super clear with what you desire. You got to get so clear with what is it that you want. Okay. When you are so clear in your own mind's eye, of what you want. You're so clear with the destination where you're taking yourself to. That alone creates order in your consciousness. Do I have that book here? No, it doesn't look I do. If you don't have this book, I want you to get one. It's called Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Buran. Okay. And it's a very powerful book. It's a very small one and short read, but it's so powerful. And if you're trying to master visualization, I can't say enough about that book. And what it talks about, what Genevieve talks about in that book is that you knowing what you want to manifest, you're getting crystal clear with that idea. Okay, that simply like seeing that in your beautiful imagination, that creates order. And we're going to go into more about this. But if you are in a chaotic state, most likely because you have lost where you're taking yourself to, you have lost the destination. You got caught up in your day-to-day. Think about yourself today. Okay, just take a moment and just think about your day today. Did you have order in your mind? Did you have a target held in your consciousness with your will? Or did you get so busy getting caught up in what's going on outside? Which one? So if you had order, I want you to put in the chat 1. If your mind was in chaos, I want you to put in the chat 2. Janice said 2. Okay, thank you for your honesty. Great, a lot of 1s. Oscar, what do you mean 1.5? It's either 1 or 2. I didn't ask 1.5. But I think I know what you're saying. Vivian says 2. 1 in the beginning of the day and later 2, Deepa says. Okay, Sarah 2. Okay. So hear me out. Okay, I just want you to just tune in. This is super logical. If you were just answered 2, if you just answered 2 in the chat, what are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? Anybody? Chaos. Right? Do you think from the chaotic state that you can now all of a sudden manifest what you desire? No way. Okay. Julie says up and downs. Okay. Now here's the thing, Julie. It's okay, right? It's okay because we're human. We have emotions. It's okay to go up and down. But what's great is that you're aware of it. And from your awareness, Julie, from this awareness, you can begin to make some changes, yes? So you might still have up and down, but you don't go like a roller coaster like this, right? You'll be able to more stabilize your vibration, okay? I'm just gonna let everybody in here. Beautiful, all right? Julie, I love that. Yes, Julie says she's grateful for all. Beautiful. Fantastic, all right? Now, remember at the beginning of the call, just a few minutes ago, I said that you got to stabilize your vibration. You got to be consistent with vibration. Yes. In order for you to manifest your wildest vision, there's one prerequisite. I mean, there's many, but one mainly that comes up for me right now is you got to be a stable vessel. So it's like this. Your vibration can now go up and down. Okay. Like a roller coaster. I know most of you are programmed to live from outside in. What does that mean? To be programmed to live from outside in? It means that whatever is going on outside, you let that affect your thoughts, your feelings, and action. And when you let your outside condition control your thoughts, feeling, and action, you're doomed. Okay, when things are going super well, your vibration is high. But when things go sour and when things are not going the way that you want, then your vibration goes down. Do you see this? When things go up, when things are going well, it goes up, right? So do you see how when you're living from outside in, you cannot become a stable vessel? Do you see this? This is why, okay, you gotta master your inner self. You gotta shut what is going on outside and begin to go within and tap into the higher faculties that you and I possess. And then begin to control what we think, how you feel, okay, how we feel, and how we act. And this is the only way where you can begin to control the vibration. Now let's look at what's on screen right here. Yes, if you have come to join my past workshop, you know about alpha omega cone. Yes, and there, it is on the what's on the left is measured in hertz. Okay, vibration is measured in hertz. All right. And what is measured in hertz is called the frequency, right? Now, there's a higher state, okay? Higher level of vibration, and there's lower level of vibration. Everything that you desire, because we're all energy, everything that you desire, your C-type goal, yes, your wildest vision, all more abundance, more money, more enriching relationship, whatever it is that you're wanting to call forth, is on a higher vibration than where you're currently at. Okay, so what we want to understand is to understand where we are vibrationally and how to go about and begin to raise your vibration. Vibrational frequency is determined by the thoughts that you think. Okay, I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying here. To the thoughts that you think and the emotion that you feel. If you are just thinking about something and it just, just conscious of it, there's no momentum there. But when you think about and you emotionalize it, okay, so thoughts and emotion dictates which frequency you're on this omega cone. And what we want to understand is we want to begin to raise the vibration and let ourselves stay there. Just look at the results that you are experiencing right now in terms of, what kind of abundance you're experiencing, what's on your way. Are the clients coming to you? Is the money coming to you? Are things easier and effortlessly and joyful? When you're in, like, where you feel like you're absolutely in a state of flow. Or, oh my God, everything seems so freaking hard. I'm working damn hard. Where's the money? Where are the clients? Okay, that is because you're operating from low vibrational state. Once you're in a higher vibrational state, right, the law of attraction, right, which the primary law is a law of vibration, okay, says that it will bring to you everything that you need to bring forth your C-type goal. Donna says, it's getting easier. Fantastic. Maggie, I'm working at moving up. I'm stuck in apathy. Yeah, at least I've moved up from shame. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm not saying to go from where you're at, to enlightenment. By the way, only few will master the state of enlightenment, right, in this lifetime. Okay, maybe you have glimpses of it, But what we're talking about here is that you stay there all the time, most of the time, right? But the key here is that you work on leveling up, okay? By changing the thoughts that you think and then the emotion that you feel. Any questions so far? You guys getting this? It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Okay. So this is from Abraham Hicks, right? We are all vibrational beings, okay? And she says, you're like a receiving mechanism that when you set your tuner to the station, think about yourself as like a radio station. You're going to hear what's playing. Whatever you are focused upon is the way that you set your tuner. I love where she says, whatever you're focused on is the way that you set your tuner. And when you focus on as little as 17 seconds, right, you activate the vibration within you. So remember I said, going back to what I talked about, your thoughts and emotion, okay? When you're thinking, when the thoughts are floating and there's like, you're just letting it go by and you're just being aware, you're detached from those thoughts, you're aware of it, but you know you're not those thoughts, you're witnessing those thoughts, then there's nothing there to it. But if you hold that thought, particular thought, and what she's saying, Abraham, she's, you know, Esther Hicks channels Abraham. What Abraham is saying is if you hold that thought for over 17 seconds, okay, you activate that vibration within you because you begin to emotionalize it. And once you activate the vibration within you, the law of attraction begins to respond to that vibration, and you're off and running, and something wanted or something unwanted will begin to come into your life. Deepa, how do you not let outside or outcome affect you if it's, okay, I just want to answer her question. If it's more of the basic needs like finances. Yeah, Deepa, it's the hardest thing you'll probably do. It will probably be the hardest thing to do when your bank account, for example, is negative. I'm not saying yours are, but let's say your bank account is negative, okay? And you want to do something, and let's say you want to go travel, it's summertime, and you want to take your family to 5-star resort, and you look at the bank account and you're like, damn, I can't take them. I can't take my kids, or I can't let my, you know, for those of you who have kids, right? Or I can't even take myself, right? And when there's a discrepancy between what you want and what's the true fact, then you feel down, all right? But here's the thing. You and I possess higher faculties, all right? And we have something beautiful called higher consciousness. Nobody can make you or us think what we don't want to think about. What that means is you can disregard the thoughts, meaning your current situation, shut that out, and then begin to imagine your vision instead and begin to think positively. Does this make sense? You got to shut what is going on outside and be willing to give yourself the direction to go with and give yourself the command to follow your future version of self. Is it easy? No, hell no. If it was easy, you guys would be already living the C-type goal. And you wouldn't be here with me, correct? You wouldn't be here with me, right? You probably manifested. It's not easy, but here's the thing. It is simple. And the truth is, if I can do it, my ordinary, simple girl from Kyoto can do it, from Japan, then you can too. Anybody can. Does this make sense? But once you are caught in what's going on outside, and you give so much energy to what's going on outside, then you're not going to get to see your C-type goal, right? You're not going to manifest incredible things, most likely not, okay? Knowing what I know. Okay, beautiful. All right, any more comments? No, you guys are good. All right. So routine create order. All right. Alexander Pope, right? He stated order is heaven's first law. Okay. Bob Proctor, many of you are fans. He loved to quote Alexander. Yes. And he was a poet from 18th century. Consistent daily routine allows you to create order in your mind, in your conscious mind. Yes. Without order, mind will have chaos. Who here has seen stickmen in the past? If you have, I want you to put in the chat one, or Mike, you have, of course. Yes. Linda, 1-1, beautiful. So you know about the Dorothy is here, beautiful. Crystal, Victoria, okay, awesome. Okay, seeing the stick man, what's it on the screen right here? Okay, and Bob Proctor said this: out of all the 64 years that he studied personal development, and just understand he studied it for many years. All right, many years, every single day. He said, this is the most important concept that he's ever learned in all those years that he studied. So we want to begin to give all of attention, right? So if you are distracted, I want you to turn off the notification, distraction, turn off that TV, right? And give all undivided attention to this, okay? Because we don't know where mind is, right? I used to think it was in the brain, and I was so ignorant. Mind is not in the brain. Mind is energy. All right. So we're gonna let this big circle represent your mind. You're gonna let that small circle represent your body. Body is simply an instrument of your mind. We're gonna divide that circle and draw a horizontal line. Okay. And we're going to let that top half represent your conscious mind. Bottom half represent your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is a part where it originates 96 to 90% of all of your results. So look at your current results, okay? And just objectively, do not emotionalize your results, right? Just begin to witness your results objectively. And ask yourself, where did this originate from? Results just don't happen, right? There's no accident here. Results just don't happen. What I'm suggesting is that 96 to 98, so most of your results come from your subconscious part of your mind, okay? Subconscious part of your mind is also known as the emotional mind. Conscious mind, on the other hand, is known as the thinking mind, the rational mind. What you're tapping into right now as you listen to me through this webinar, right? It's called also the intellectual mind, where you are the conscious mind. It's not on this diagram, but it's... If you can mute yourself, that'd be great. Thank you. It's hooked up into 5 different senses, okay? What you hear, smell, taste, touch, and see, yes? And those senses, okay? And you're looking at me, you're looking at this diagram, and you're trying to figure out, maybe if this is the first time, what this is all about, right? You're utilizing this thinking mind. Okay, that's not where the results come from. Now, you have two different states that you can be on. Two different states, okay? And one is a state of ignorance, and one is state of knowledge, and we're going to go through each one of them. The most amazing part is that you get to choose whether you're in a state of ignorance or whether you're in a state of knowledge, because we have what's called free will, right?
For way too long.
Okay, please mute yourself, right? Because it becomes a distraction. So when you're in a state of ignorance, okay, you are in a state of chaos. What do I mean by that? Well, you're looking outside. You're watching news. So example here, if you're living in BC, there's a lot of wildfires. You know about Hawaii, right? In the state of Maui. Okay, big island. There's like wildfire that happen, and then you're watching the devastation, okay? And you worry and doubt. And when you worry and doubt, it has to go somewhere. Okay, so first you're watching, you're paying attention to the news, which is going, what's taking place outside environment. And then you're thinking about it. And what Abraham says, right? You're holding that idea for more than 17 seconds. Okay. And what happens is now, because you're holding on to it, the worry and doubt, it turns into fear in your subconscious. Fear is an emotion that you feel. Remember, subconscious mind is the emotional mind. And fear must again have to go somewhere, right? What has to be put through our mind has to go somewhere, okay? It turns into anxiety. Anxiety is not expressed, it's suppressed, right? Turns into depression. Okay, when you suppress anxiety, you move into a state of depression. I've been there. There were days that many years ago, I couldn't get out from bed. So difficult to get out from this. Maybe some of you can relate, yes? And then when it comes into depression, okay, that leads to disease in your body, dis-ease in your body. And then eventually disintegration. You can't see it, but you're slowly dying. This is a state of chaos, right? You're letting outside in. You're constantly worried and doubting, right? Who here is in a state of chaos? Be honest. Who here is in a state of chaos? Wow, Sarah. Right? I mean, when you have that kind of experience, you get so my gosh, you're shaken, right? Okay. And sometimes, that haunts you. What happened in the past haunts you. Okay. It's not okay what happened, but we want to begin to create order into your consciousness. Yes. You've been there before. Yeah. Okay. So you cannot be in a state of chaos. Okay. You got to go to the very opposite, which is order. And order happens only through knowledge. And knowledge comes only through study. And when you study every single day, which you're doing with me right now, okay, studying who you really are, right? Then that leads to understanding. Okay, understanding means you're not just listening to this. When you're studying every day, you move into application. Knowing and understanding is completely two different subjects. Okay. When you move to understanding and application of the material that we'll be talking about, where you begin to create routine and order into your consciousness, that must lead into faith. Think of faith as knowing, absolute knowing. And faith must go somewhere, Instead of anxiety, it turns into well-being in your body. And well-being is not suppressed, right? It's expressed. And when you express well-being, it accelerates your growth. You're at ease, you're at flow, you're in the zone. This is when the ideas come like, oh my gosh, I could do this, I could do that. For the vision, do you see this is where you feel exhilaration and joy? Do you see this? Because you have order, absolute order in your consciousness. Okay, what I'm saying here is this. This is your choice to be which side you're going to be on in a chaos or order. Here's the thing. You say, well, Mariko, sometimes I'm in order. Like, you know, I come to your masterclass. I read Think and Grow Rich, Psycho-Cybernetics. When I study and when I'm like, you know, working on I'm in order. But most of the time I'm in chaos. Okay. Or maybe you're like, hey, Mariko, I really don't know. I really don't know which side I'm on. I really don't know. Well, if you don't know, just look at your results. Okay, results will tell you everything. If you are manifesting, I don't know, chaotic situation in your life, because your mind is in chaos, right? What has to come in must come out. Any questions? Any questions so far? You guys are good? How are you doing, by the way? I need a sip of water. How are you guys doing? Donna says yes. Crystal says love that. Beautiful. Okay. So anytime you don't know which side you're on, the easiest, fastest way to figure out where your mind is at is just pay attention to the results. Okay. If you are manifesting lack, and when things are like, oh my gosh, like a tornado, because there's chaos in the mind. Okay. So like, okay, that's good. I'm aware, right? Awareness is a gift. Okay. Everything, by the way, is good, right? Everything is good. It's how we see it with our perception. Everything is great in a way, because when you're aware of it, you can begin to change it, right? You can begin to close the gap. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see over here. How do I? Okay. All right. Order equals clarity equals success. Order equals clarity. Okay. Order brings clarity in your mind, which leads to success. You must know exactly what you want to achieve. Are you clear with what you want to achieve? I want you to put in the chat for me, actually, because we're a small enough group, right? How many people are on? Small enough group. I want you to put in the take a time for right now and put it in the chat for me. Okay. What you are manifesting, what your goal is. What is your goal? I want you to put in the chat. Okay, just take a few seconds. Manifestation always starts with having a clear, crystal clear goal. Okay, well, hello, you're here. So good to have you back. 25,000 a month. Beautiful. Okay. Find peace. Linda says being a successful artist. Janice earned $1 million in the business within 12 months. Valley, incredibly successful business. Incredibly successful business. Donna says I'm manifesting health. Oh my gosh, look at this. You guys are going now. I can't keep up with you guys. successful coach and published author. Woohoo, Karen, fantastic. My goal is to publish my book. And New York Times bestselling author says, Victoria, Jason, another way of making money besides my office. Okay, that's a great job. Financial freedom. Okay, beautiful. So you are super clear. For those of you who said, like for example, Raphael, right? Multiple sources of income, which is great, right? And I know you're clear about this because we I think chatted in the past. We want to make sure that you're super clear. So financial abundance, what are we talking about here, right? You want to get really crystal clear, all right, with the goal. Deepa says right now, the goal is to earn and save money for some treatment I'll be doing. Okay, great. All right. Beautiful. $30,000 income per month. Ramona, beautiful. All right. So you want to get crystal clear. That's where the starting point is. Okay. We got to find path to success. Right. I want you to look what's on the right. Right. Think about your goal. Okay. And maybe, think about the state that you're in, the state of chaos, right? Do you think you can really get to your goal, what you just typed in the chat, with that state of mind? Hell no, okay? It requires clarity, not chaos. Mariko, oh my gosh, like in this class, you said this so many times because I wanted to really burn this into your consciousness. Okay, most of you are not on your goal. Most of you have not manifested C-type goal because you're in a chaotic state. Just gonna let Evelyn in here, okay? And you keep going around and around and around and around, year after year, right? Every single year, creating insanity. Like, oh my gosh, why am I not my goal yet? You keep on banging your head against the wall. How can you create and manifest your wildest vision when most of your day is caught up in chaos? Karen says, bye-bye chaos. Hello, strategic order and scheduling. Absolutely, we're going to get there. Okay, beautiful. On to the next slide. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so many techniques, right? If you can mute yourselves, okay, I would love for this time to be the last time for me to say this. If you can mute yourself, that'll be great. Hey, this is so great. My patience is getting tested. This is great. All right, so there are many techniques that exist to build a healthier daily routine, right? But in order for you to go from the chaos to routine, we want to begin to create what? Order into your day-to-day, right? But so I want you to take a notepad and a pen, and I want you to, the things that we're going to go through, right? The tips and techniques that we're going to go through. Don't write all of them. Just, yourself the best, okay? Everybody is different. Everybody is unique. So pick the one, just jot down the notes that you feel is like, oh, I would love to incorporate this. I would love to incorporate this into my life. Make sense? Okay. So number one, okay, techniques for healthy routine is to raise your spiritual vibration, right? So as I mentioned a short while ago, one of the most important things to do in manifestation is to build a state of higher vibration, focusing on influencing your subconscious mind, because subconscious mind is where most of your results originate, right? You got to bring yourself, right, to more positive mindset, thus higher state of vibration. Yes. And that means it requires you to bring yourself into more positive thinking. Begin to introduce more positive thoughts in your consciousness. Okay. What might work for you? Maybe you might be already doing this, but maybe it could be a meditation. Okay. Meditation is a common technique, right? Being grateful for everything in your life is also another powerful tool. Are you being grateful? I know earlier on, Julie was saying, hey, I'm super grateful. Right. Okay, helping other people. Okay, when you're struggling, right? We have a tendency to focus on ourselves, how miserable we are. But this is one of the things I began to do when I was going through some of the, difficult times in my life. I began to turn them around from focusing on myself to helping others. Okay. And when you begin to help others and stop focusing on yourself, then immediately raises your spiritual vibration. Okay. Maybe do charity. Some of you, Oscar, I see you here. You do charitable work. You love helping, right? That instantly raises your vibration. Okay. And whatever you do for others, it must come back to you tenfold, hundredfold, thousandfold. Okay. You don't do to get something back because that's called a trade. You do just be able to freely give. Now, here's the thing. We got to begin to entertain positive thoughts. We got to begin to entertaining limiting story into more positive story, right? Remember, we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, but most of them are consumed in your daily worries. If you are struggling with finances, maybe you were like me before, quite a few years ago, like, can I pay my bills? I was even so scared to open my bills. Can you guys relate? Maybe some of you had this experience, right? Okay. And then I get so consumed in those thoughts. No, we turn it around. Thank you for the money that I have. I'm so grateful for the money that I have to be able to pay this parking ticket. You begin to change the story to more of a positive. Okay? But you see, here's the thing. You can't just think positively. You got to also take care of your body, okay? Your body temple, because it's all connected. Maybe for you, it might be exercise, okay? For daily routine, maybe you incorporate daily exercise. Maybe you had that routine before, but not anymore. Maybe you used to detox every quarter. Maybe going back to more plant-based diet. Maybe you let yourself relax, right? Throughout the day, where you make the day where you're like every few hours, you take a break. You stretch, you move. Do you see this? And by doing this, actually, automatically, you will begin to raise your vibration. Yes, Deepa, be grateful for what you have. Oftentimes, I love the comment there, Deepa, is because we look at your C-type goal, your total wildest fantasy that you want to manifest. And then you pay attention to where you are right now. See, oh my gosh, I have so much more to go. and then it brings you down. Don't do that. When you are looking at your results, okay, begin to pay attention to how far you've come. What kind of transformation that you experienced so far? Begin to notice that. Okay. You want to begin to use the results for yourself and not against yourself. So what are this couple of the things here that listed in the diagram, right, that you can begin to incorporate in your routine? Number 2 technique, right? Shift your habits to make your goals achievable. Okay. If you set your big goals for this year, then you will likely have to shift your habits. Habits, what is it? It's paradigm, right? Okay. In our term, in our field, it's called a paradigm. Multitudes of habits stored deep in your subconscious mind. You must begin to change your habit. And one of the most powerful technique to change your habit is what? One of, obviously can't go through all of them here, is called autosuggestion, affirmation, where you begin to repeat and affirm the statement over and over and over again through repetition. Okay. You build your routine self-affirming techniques over and over and over again. And let that become your healthy routine. Here's the thing. Most of the people that I talk to have not self-affirming affirmation, right? Not empowering affirmation, but the very opposite. Disempowering affirmation. How can you grow exponentially if you're affirming negatively towards yourself? Okay, so think about the routine that you have, and remember, we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts. What's your habit? What's your habitual way of thinking? What's your habitual way of thinking? How can you change it to more positive? Beautiful. Technique number 3. Okay. This is a routine that you can begin to incorporate in your life. Bob Proctor, was a mentee of Earl Nightingale. Who knows Earl Nightingale? Beautiful. Oscar knows Earl. Amazing. Anybody else? Earl was a man. You can see right there. That's Earl. That really took this book called Think and Grow Rich, which was written by Napoleon Hill, and really brought it to the public, right? And the reason so many people know about this book is because of Earl, right? He brought it to the masses. Okay. Now, Bob said that he learned one routine, one habit from Earl that completely changed his entire business. This one habit alone, this one routine alone. And this is to create 6 goal achieving actions the night before. So it goes like this. Okay. Before you go to bed, you write out 6 goal achieving actions. for the following day. It's very simple. Okay. Only 6, no more than 6. And once you have written the 6 goal achieving actions, you prioritize them according to the importance. Get this? You write 6 goal achieving actions. You prioritize them, second step, according to the importance. And then you pull out the calendar. Okay. My calendar is on the phone. I'm not sure for you. Okay. But you pull out the calendar and you schedule in those items. And all you have to do when you wake up the next morning and the next day, you give yourself a command to follow it. You discipline yourself to follow, do your best to follow the calendar. Now, things happen, life happens, yes? So that's okay. If that happens, you're like, my gosh, I only was able to complete 2. This is what you do. You look at 4 that was not completed, that didn't get completed that day. You ask yourself, is it still important for me to complete them? Okay. Some, without you knowing, will be taken care of by your, by your team or your colleagues or whatever. Some you're like, oh, I thought it was important, but now it's not important. Now, what you want to do is begin to just disregard them. Okay. The maximum item you're going to have in total in any given day is 6. So some people say, well, I've done 2. I'm going to add, I have 4 now. So I'm going to add 6 plus 4. I'm going to have 10 things to do. You're not going to do that. Maximum you're going to have on those item lists is 6 goal achieving actions. This does not include, let's say I don't know, for financial freedom, some of you said 30,000 per month. Great. This does not include drinking 8 glasses of water per day. Does this make sense? Like, you have to begin to think, yes, and ask yourself, okay, once you've listed them out, is all these items super important? And if I complete these actions, is it going to move me towards my goal, yes or no? Plan wisely. Utilize your mind effectively. Okay. Sometimes when you guys come with the 6 goal achieving actions and I say, what the heck is this have to do with your goals? Right? Okay. It's okay, but like, we got to begin to understand, if we want to move towards your goal, it's got to be goal achieving actions. It doesn't mean you get 8 hours of sleep a day. That's so important. I'm not saying it's not important. Exercise, right? It's important, right? But how, you got to begin to ask yourself, how is that going to take me to financial freedom by me achieving these goal action items? By the way, for those of you who study personal development, okay? And you think study is part of the 6 goal achieving actions, it's not. It's not part of goal achieving actions, right? So we want to begin to understand. I mean, study is something you do. Meditation is something you do. Yes? On the side, not part of 6 goal achieving actions. Does this make sense? Someone said, could you please show the slide with second one again? Which second one? Oh, go back, you mean? Let me see if I can go back. This one right here? Shift your habits, your paradigm. Okay. Okay. Did you guys get this? 6 goal achieving actions. It will change your results like night and day. If you're wanting to expand your business, just focus on that habit, that particular habit. My gosh. you'll begin to experience incredible results. Technique number 4. This is very straightforward, right? But really begin to avoid your decision fatigue. Okay. Research has shown that decisions later on in your day are often harder to make, or perhaps less well analyzed due to decision fatigue. So begin to make decision, learn to begin to make decision first thing in the morning, early in the day. I never make decision towards the end of the day. If I have to make decision at the end of the day, I wait till next morning. Okay. When you're in a state of fatigue, you can't make good decisions. And like what you guys already know, to manifest incredible C-type goal, you got to begin to make wonderful decisions. Yes, great decisions as a leader. So if you have something important to decide, then do that in the morning. So if you have a tendency to make decision towards the end of the day, what if you incorporate this tool or technique where you just begin to say, hey, I'm going to begin to make decision in the morning, not at night. Okay. Wael says, does learning new sales skills count as a goal achieving action for increasing sales revenue? This is a great question. Does learning new sales skill count as a goal achieving action for increasing sales revenue? The answer is no. Anything to do with educational, that is not part of your 6 goal achieving actions. That's what you do on the side. While if you are in sales, let's say you're doing outbound, okay? Outbound reach, I don't know, you decide, I'm just randomly picking, but let's say 50, okay? So you would do outbound reach 50 per day and follow up 50, so that would make it 100. That is one of the 6 goal achieving actions. Do you see this? Now let me mention this to you. I said 50, right? I said 50, but not every single one of the reach out will count as one. Okay, please. All right. Okay, good. You get this, right? Okay. No cheating allowed here. Okay, beautiful. I'm just looking at the chat here. Okay, amazing. Okay. Number 4, avoid decision fatigue. Okay. So think about this, right? Like, how hard is it to make decision on dinner after working all day? I used to do a lot of takeout. Okay. Because before my career as a coach, I had all the time in the world to, one of the other passions that I have is cooking. So I had all the time in the world to spend hours on cooking. I love to bake and cook. And yet my business, when I started this business, coaching business, my business took off like a rocket. And so I got so busy. And then at nighttime, I was thinking, oh my gosh, like, what are we going to have for dinner? And then resort to the takeout. Can you guys relate? And then look, you like takeout, instead of like healthy items, you do pizza, or maybe once in a while is okay, but not every day. Do you see this? Okay, so plan ahead. Avoid decision fatigue by planning ahead. And this is what I can tell you. Okay, I plan my week ahead on Sundays. Have one day available once a week. Spend a couple hours just organizing a week ahead. It makes a tremendous difference in your life. Create that routine to do that every single week, so you don't come to the decision fatigue. You already know there's that, you could be able to provide that order. It's very simple. But the thing is, do you do it? Maybe you have heard about this in the past, but are you doing it? Make sense? Okay, so if you're wanting to incorporate this, hey, like, is it going to be Thursday for me? Is it going to be Friday for me? Is it going to be Sunday for me? Right now, it's Sunday. Sunday afternoon, or sometimes Sunday morning. You know, I wake up really early, and kids aren't, you know, my kids are early risers. But when there's an hour, I just organize a week ahead. Okay. Deepa, what we can vision, we can conceive. So scheduling is a good idea. I usually don't schedule. Yeah, so start scheduling. Okay. Whatever you see in your calendar is what you're going to manifest. How you show up in your calendar is what your life is going to be like. YL wants to make some sales. Okay. I'm not just, I don't know your situation. But let's say you want to make some sales, and you said you want to do 25,000 consistently per month, which is a great goal as a salesperson. And yet you fail to schedule in your reach outs and follow-ups. Are you going to get to 25,000? Most likely not. And if you hit, it will be a fluke, and you don't know how you got there in the first place, and you won't be able to replicate it. Your schedule is going to be your results. So look at your results right now too, and then look at your calendar. Like, just compare it. You're like, oh, no brainer. No brainer. And by the way, like, I'm doing this. I was looking at my calendar, and I have my wildest vision too. I'm like, oh yeah, no brainer. This is where I need to close the gap. Constantly trying to close the gap. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Become an expert. Number 5. Okay. When you become an expert, you reduce cognitive load. Right? Can you imagine when you're a new driver, right? You pay all the attention to the signs, your like energy is getting sucked. Okay. But when you begin to become an expert, when you're like, even right now, like maybe you're driving for 30 years and you're driving, you can drive, no problem. It's not you're utilizing your mental space that much, right? So here's the thing, become an expert at what you do. Repetition is key. I teach the same information, right, for masterclass, right, in different scenarios, variation, but you know, and it's really like I can speak for hours on end about this material. Why? Because I'm educating myself every single day. So while you are learning about your sales and how to increase your sales, well, just understand that you know, you're doing this, you're becoming an expert, right? If you don't have dedicated time during the day for you to really develop your skills, I would love for you to do it. Because remember, I'm not going to go into this in detail, but there is a law called law of compensation. Okay. And law of compensation, how much you receive, how much wealth you can experience in this lifetime is dependent on these 3 points. One, there's a need for what you do. And here's the thing, if there's no need for what you do, you wouldn't be doing it right now. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Number 2, your ability to do it. Your ability to do it. Number 3, difficulty in replacing you. Okay. But here's the thing, Bob always said, work on number 2, your ability to do it. How do you work on ability to do it? Well, you work on becoming an expert in your field. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So number 1 is right here, right? Number one is I can focus, get things done, and still have time to learn. Okay. Number 5, on the other hand, is I feel so overwhelmed, overloaded. I cannot focus. Where are you at in that scale? Okay. Okay. Think about this. When you are so overwhelmed, you can't focus. And when you can't focus, there's no order in your mind. Again, when you lack focus, you're in a chaotic state, right? So what we want to do is we want to begin to bring order, right? Think about the list, all the list of the things that you need to get done. A lot of the times people look at the list, okay? And you're like, oh my gosh, Mariko, I have so much on the list. How am I going to get this done? And I said, don't look at the list. And, you know, I recently had a conversation with one of my clients. And I said to her, look at the item 1. Look at item 1, the most important things that needs to get done. The first thing, and focus on that. Give all your undivided attention on that. If you look at all of them, you overload yourself. So don't do that. If you have a list, just look at the only thing you're getting accomplished during that time. Yes? Vivian says 4 to 5. Okay. It's okay, Vivian. This is so great, right? You get to make some changes, which is amazing, right? Okay. Awareness, like I said, is key. Beautiful. Avoid your monkey mind. Monkey mind is a Buddhist term meaning unsettled, restless, right? Capricious, whimsical, fanciful, inconstant, confused, indecisive, uncontrolled. Oh, that doesn't really sound good. Okay. You know what I mean by monkey mind, okay? Where you're so distracted all the time. You know, you're answering the email and then you get a notification, like you got a text. So what you're answering the email and then you get distracted and then you answer another text, right? When you're searching online about something, all of a sudden you see about the cruise and the vacation and you get distracted in that, right? Okay. Don't do that. Right? Bring order, bring focus into your mind. Okay. When an important task requires your attention, remove yourself from potential distraction. Before, when I was able to really focus, what I had to do was I had to put my phone away, actually far away in the drawer, because I had a tendency to constantly check my phone. Maybe some of you have this habit of like constantly checking your phone. Anybody? Yeah. Okay. If you're constantly checking on the phone and there's a distraction, how can you become task oriented? You won't be able to. How can you give energy to what's so important? You won't be able to. Maybe for a few seconds, but then immediately, boom, you're like, I don't know, again, distracted, right? That's not what you want to do. All right. So what you want to do is like remove all the distractions. Okay. For those of you who are in sales, maybe you might be receiving constant emails. You're like back and forth, you're doing reach out, you're doing follow-up, like you're all over the place. Okay. One of the best things, the routine that you can introduce is create an hour, a solid hour every single day, hopefully at the similar time, right? Okay. Like if you're doing it 9 o'clock, do it every single day if you can at 9 o'clock, right? In terms of reach out. And then decide another hour, okay? Block out another hour. Maybe that's like 3 o'clock for you, 3 to 4, of follow up. So you're not like sending the messages and then receiving that back and responding, right? That's really being ineffective, right? Half the time where you're checking the emails, okay? And responding to the emails. That alone, this routine alone will, my gosh, you guys, will save you hours, right? Beautiful. This is so simple, okay? But avoid multitasking. How many of you here multitask? How many of you think you're a great multitasker? Okay, here, this book right here, okay? Maximal Waltz, who wrote Psycho-Cybernetics. He talks about how the mind works. He says so clearly in the book, which I love, is like we work on a target. It's one single target, okay? So we believe that we're multitaskers, we're not, okay? What we want to do is begin to understand that we are work on well on the target. So when you are writing down your 6 goal achieving actions and then scheduling them and executing them, like work on one target at a time. Do not be multitasking. Okay. When you multitask, again, you create chaos in your consciousness, and that's not what you want to do. Healthy routine, schedule a downtime. My downtime is usually, I mean, through, every few hours, but mainly 3 o'clock. Okay. And why I decided that my downtime is around 3 o'clock is because I noticed my dip in my vibrational energy. Begin to notice where you're high in energy, low in energy. And if you can begin to notice your pattern in your vibration, then you can begin to create the routine where you say, this is the time that I begin to schedule my downtime. Okay. If you go, and you're so huge on masculine energy and you're just all about action, right? Actually, you're killing your manifestation, right? You want to make sure that you're incorporating downtime to keep on staying at high vibrational state, okay? And you have to do it consciously. Yes? When is your downtime? Do you know when your downtime is? Right. Today at 3 o'clock, I meditated. Right? I was meditating with Joe Dispenza today. Okay. I ate healthy snacks. I allow myself to breathe, recharge, so that I can stay focused on the task. Okay. If I didn't do that, my mind will be all over the map right now because I didn't take care of the vibration. People ask me, how do you stay in that high vibe all the time? Well, there's no secret because I have a routine. Do you see this? I have a routine. Okay, begin to create a healthy routine. Begin to incorporate downtime. People think that, if you, like, in order for you to make your business a success, and I used to believe this myself, I have to sacrifice different parts of my life. So first year of my business, I was going to make my success happen. And I worked about, oh my gosh, 18, 20 plus hours every single day in and day out for over a year and a half. And I experienced burnout. That's not how you want to manifest success, right? What good is there if you have, I don't know, fat bank account now, but sacrifice your relationship? Where you can't even begin to experience joy with. What good is there? Right? So what we want to do is you want to begin to understand that it's not about just making your goal happen. It's about taking care of the whole of who you are by putting the structure, putting the routine. Okay? Beautiful. We just talked about this, right? Why it's so important. Okay? Some people exercise in the middle of the day, for lunchtime, during lunchtime, right? It re-energizes them. Okay? I want you to put in the chat, what do you do for downtime? What is it that you love to do during your downtime? Just take a moment to right? And oh, swim, walk, exercise, right? Amazing. Beautiful. Okay. Some are daily vitamins, some are weekly vitamins, right? These are examples, okay? Spa visits, nature hikes, spending quality time with friends and family. Some of you love to golf, horseback riding, painting. Yes. For me, my weekly downtime is a spa. Every single Friday, sometimes, because masterclass is happening and all that. But for me, every single Friday afternoon, I'm at the spa. Okay. That's my weekly downtime. Maggie says golf and spa. Beautiful. Right. Ride a bike, Raphael. That's fantastic. Harjeet is here. Yeah, golf. Amazing. Okay. So for you, Harjeet, that's not weekly, is it? It's a daily downtime for you. Okay. Which is amazing. Beautiful. Okay. So what are your daily vitamins going to be? Is there something right now that you want to be doing that you're not doing? That you know that you would love to incorporate as your daily routine or weekly routine or monthly routine? And what would it be? And you can't just say, hey, it's going to be horseback riding or it's going to be golf. Do you have it scheduled in your calendar? Take a moment right now, actually make a decision. When is it going to be and schedule it in? I want you to do that. Okay. Because later on, you're going to get busy, and you're going to forget about it. What is it going to be? And just pull out the calendar. And if you can, possibly the same time, same day would be amazing, right? Like the same time. So you're going to do 5 p.m. Okay. Make it 5 p.m. Beautiful. Okay. Harjeet said spa. Amazing. Daily meditate, breathing, yoga. Breathing is so important, right? Amazing. Eating that healthy food. Great. Okay. Sarah says going to work on a calendar tonight. Need to work with this. Yeah. Okay, great. Do that tonight. Okay. Another adjuncts to success. Okay. Find time to escape. Minimum, I say every quarter. But if you can, do it every couple of months. Okay. To wash away any stress. Also, do something too that you've never done before. Maybe something on the bucket list. Maybe go travel, right? I was going to Hawaii, but we were gonna go to Hawaii, but because of the fire, we now can't go. So we decided to go to Tofino. Okay, this coming week. Okay. Next Monday will be in Tofino, which is like a beautiful resort here in BC. What is it going to be? How can you begin to schedule in getaways? It doesn't have to cost a lot either. Maybe you can go and, I don't know, stay at your friends or your family. Maybe you can do exchange. Do something different to wash away your stress. Yeah, you gotta live your life to the fullest, right? Okay. Sometimes when you get so fixated on the goal, you forget to have fun. Right? And here's the thing, if you don't know how to have fun, when you get to the goal, guess what? You'll still be workaholics. Okay. No, it's not about that. It's about you manifesting what you want with ease, with joy, with bliss, right? Okay. We're going from making things happen to letting it happen by applying and manifestation. Okay, tools. And so when you're manifesting, these are the things that we want to put in the routine to take care of your energy. Energy is everything. Remember, primary law of attraction is law of vibration. Number 9, find someone to hold you accountable. Okay, find yourself the right mentor. Okay, the right mentor can keep you accountable to your goal, keep you focused, right? Educate you on the tool that you'll need. Yes. Find weaknesses, the blind spot to help you overcome these weaknesses. Yes. Refocus your mindset when things start to derail. And don't consider mentor in one area. Begin to consider mentors in different areas of your life. So, for example, for me, I have a mindset coach. Okay. I have a business coach. I have a fitness mentor. Yes. Do you see this? I have mentors in different areas of my life. Spiritual mentor I have. So that it's unlikely you will fail with routine. Number 10. Ta-da! This is the final one. Okay. Create a vision board. You know, last month we did a vision board workshop. Create a vision board. Begin to create a vision board of all the pictures that you want to manifest. And what did this do for you? It creates order into your consciousness, because every single day you get to see what you're going to be manifesting, what the future is for you. So you see how you're being laser focused instead of you're focusing on what's going on outside, right? You get to focus on what you're going to be manifesting moving forward. You're welcome, Sarah. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Yes? Is this helpful? So, okay, we covered 10 different ways, okay, where you get to maybe include different routines in your life. Do not be picky more than 1 or 2, please. If you try to incorporate all of it, okay, you're going to go sideways. Anytime you change your habit, anytime you change your paradigm, okay, work on 1, no more than 2 at a time. Okay, maximum 2. So out of all the routines that we discussed, what is 1 or 2 most powerful ones that's going to help you move towards your wildest vision? Just 1 or 2. I want you to put in the chat. Just pick 1 or 2 and put in the chat for me right now which one you're going to begin to incorporate. Raphael, amazing. Raising my spiritual vibration. Fantastic. Anybody else? Okay. Oh, I love that you love this session. Beautiful. David says vision board. Raising vibration and 6 action. Yes, Ramona, my gosh, if you can just get that habit of paradigm, right, of like this Earls, right, 6 goal achieving action the night before, it will change your life like night and day. Joelle says realtor success and great communication with my kids. Beautiful. Okay, amazing. Any questions? Hey, I get to see you guys. Look at you guys. Any questions for me about the routine, about this session? Put the hand up if you have a question. No questions? Raphael, you have a question there? You put your hand up? Yeah, what's your question? Just come off mic.
No question, Mariko, no question.
Okay, good. Crystal, what's your question?
So if you already are including some of these habits into your routine, do you add new habits and just keep adding them slowly?
Yes. Yeah. But oftentimes I think you also have we not just you, like we in general have a tendency to add the routine that we like. Oh, I would love to do that. And then you incorporate it, right? Oh, I love Abraham Hicks. I love that. So I study it. But anytime I say one good advice that I can give that I learned over the years is ask yourself, how is this going to help me? Don't study it and don't do it because you like it, right? Check in with yourself with the intention of why you're doing it. If you're going to say Abraham, I'm going to study Abraham, then why Abraham? What is the gap that you're going to close? How is that going to really help you to expedite your success? Yes, manifestation. Yes, is that helpful?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, beautiful. Patrick?
Sorry, I muted myself. Thank you again. And always wonderful. I was going to ask, what would you feel would be more powerful, more impactful for someone, for me, but with someone like me? Would the vision board be it, or would be creating like an audible vision, like an audio
Audio of what?
of all the things that you want to
Oh,
manifest?
okay.
Like, so a vision board, but audio. Lee, congratulations, man. You took your
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hawaii and you paid for it yourself. They didn't do it. So
Well, which one do you think it is?
I don't know. I get
No, close your eyes, please. Okay. Ask yourself, which one is it? Is it vision board or is it auto, like, is it affirmation?
I go forward a little bit on both.
Okay, so this is what I would suggest you to do. Okay, first create a vision board. First create a vision board so that you burn the images in your mind. Okay, because we think in images. And once you get in the habit of looking at the vision board, then work on affirmation.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so for those of you, I want to say this. If you need to create, if you are in a state of like, oh my gosh, I need order, right? Because this is what, August, September coming up. You want to make sure you create order in your consciousness, right? Going from chaos to order. And I need some help with that. Then book a coaching call with me. Okay. I think I only have a few spots. So you can do that. And I'm just going to put it in the chat. Let me see if I can do it for everyone. Everyone in the meeting. I'll put it in the chat, my Calendly link. And I think I have, I don't know, 3 days before I go to the vacation, 3 days. And I open up 20-minute, creating order strategy call. So you can book a call with me. Okay. But the space is limited. First one, firster. Is that the same? Beautiful. Any other questions? Any other questions?
No.
You guys are good? Okay. Are you going to do things differently? Okay. Don't just say it. Don't just write it down. Schedule it in the calendar. It was wonderful seeing each and every single one of you. Thank you for tuning in. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. And I look forward to seeing you guys back again in my next masterclass. You're welcome. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao.